Well, good morning. It's day 7 and we're just starting out on the typical up, going up, and today's big up will be Sassafras Mountain. I think Sassafras Mountain is the tallest mountain in South Carolina, but after we get past that, then it's pretty much down into Table Rock State Park, and that would end our through hike of the Foothills Trail. So day 7, we're sort of planning on finding a campsite just on the back side of Sassafras, and then have a short hike tomorrow to get into the Table Rock and get back to our cars and head back to our destinations. It's been a real pleasure to have PTO with me. Here we go. Been on the road for a little bit. Now we're going back into the trail. 4.5 to Sassafras, 14 to go.
And that might be here.
We made it to the top of Sassafras Mountain, tallest peak on the Foothills Trail, and we've been told the tallest peak in South Carolina. Let you see just the vista that we're able to look at here. Keeping true with Clingman's Dome, the tallest peak on the Appalachian Trail, there's an observation tower here as well. South Carolina, North Carolina, South Carolina. We're going to stay in South Carolina. Sassafras Mountain. Well, hey y'all, we've arrived at the Cantrell Campsite. It's our last night on the trail, and we're all set up. I'll let you see it here in just a moment. Pretty little site. The sun is not down yet, but it's going to go down here probably another hour or so. But yeah, and then tomorrow we'll have about a 9-mile hike to go on into the state park, and that will end this adventure. But we're going to get up early and try to get there noonish and see how that works. But I just want to show you the site. First off, it's really unique. Over there you see PTL. He's getting his dinner finished. He's packing up. I just finished dinner, and we had a great, nice, peaceful dinner together here around this. We expected the Flintstones to come in and join us, but I guess Barney and Betty, they were busy. If you look around, you got all these stone chairs around this really neat fire ring, and then someone has come in and built these wooden benches all through this area as well. Got a couple of other hikers that are in here with us tonight, but I'll let you see our end of the site. The Cantrells this was their homestead, and there's the remains of the chimney. All these rocks probably came from a house as well, but there's PTL's duplex set up over here, and he's got a backyard of another Another fire ring, more benches, just really pretty back in there. And then I'm set up over here, and this is my suite for the night. And on our last evening on the trail, PTL and I finally got to sit down and visit about what got him into hiking. Well, I've watched PTL as he hiked through the Appalachian Trail in 2020, and then we were able to come here to the Foothills Trail, and we can hike together, and we've been doing that for the last 7 days.
It's been a real blessing. I really appreciate that you gave an open invitation to join you on each of your hikes this year. I have a list at home of all 12 of your hikes. Went through them and decided that this one looked nice. Asked if I could join you on the Foothills Trail, and here we are with 1 day to go.
1 day to go, and it has been beautiful.
It has been.
I just, I think Sue said this morning about the word awe and what that means, and it's an expression that that's a feeling that we don't really talk much about, but this has been awe in some of these places here on this trail.
Beautiful, beautiful waterfalls, the sky, the sunrises, the mountains. Because it's early season, you can see through the trees to the mountains. Beautiful. One of my favorite parts was sitting up by for lunch, or just a rest, I think, to dry gear out, and sitting over the lakes.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, it was wonderful. To see creation, sort of show off a little bit. so, yeah. Well, now, how long have you been hiking?
I would say I really started I always liked the outdoors since I was young.
Yeah.
I mentioned that I had heard Warren Doyle when I was 18 years old, so I had a knowledge of it, but I did some camping, a little bit of day hiking, but I really got into backpacking and overnighting when I was in my late 20s.
Oh, really?
After I got out of the Coast Guard, started working a job.
Thank you for your service.
Praise the Lord. He blessed us both.
Yeah.
But I started, I heard about Mount Katahdin from a coworker, and also joined a church, and some of the people there were hikers, and they would go up to the White Mountains every year, and were bagging peaks.
And you live where?
Connecticut.
Yeah, you live in Connecticut.
Not too far from New Hampshire, maybe anywhere from a 4 to 6 hour drive, depending on where you're going. Yeah. So I went with them the first time. I was hooked. I loved it.
Yeah,
I had a really old, bad backpack. My hips hurt. The thing was like cardboard around your waist. First night up there, they got up there at like 2 o'clock in the morning after their routine.
Yeah.
And I had a truck with a cap on. They said, "Ken, you just sleep in the back of your truck." And I was like, "No, I came for the experience." Next thing you know, at 2 in the morning, I'm hiking up a trail behind somebody else. I didn't have a flashlight. Behind somebody else's flashlight. That was an awesome experience. And I was hooked, started going for the peaks. So every year I went back once or twice a year, did peaks in the Whites. Eventually I got married, dragged my family up every spring.
Nice.
Did peaks, sometimes with the family, sometimes my wife would drop me off. But that's where I really got to love it. I did do Mount Katahdin. I, again, heard about that from a friend. Drove up by myself. Hiked up Baxter Peak on the AT.
Yeah.
Came back down, camped in the park, went around to Chimney Pond, did a big 14-mile loop over Baxter Peak again from the other side, did Knife's Edge, and I was hooked ever since then.
Yeah, all the icons on the AT that was in that area.
That area.
So, do you have a culminating experience that is just sort of imprints on you in hiking?
Well, there's so many things on the Appalachian Trail community is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's because of that I'm here on the Foothills Trail with you.
Yeah.
But culminating, Iceman.
Okay.
Iceman is the epitome of giving on the app, and it's everywhere.
And Iceman is a trail angel that supports AT thru-hikers.
He supports AT thru-hikers, and he will find hikers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he picks a few of them and goes out and supports them, but he feeds everybody around him.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't. He's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He'll catch them in Pennsylvania, but he doesn't just stay in Pennsylvania. He will continue to follow. He picks a few hikers. He'll follow them.
Yeah.
All the way up to Maine.
And our conversation continued well into the evening. What a beautiful setting, what a beautiful place, what a wonderful guy. You need to check out his channel. His YouTube channel is Be Still on the Trail. I'll put a link into the description of this video. I was so blessed to be able to hike with him over the past several days, get to know him more, see just how the Appalachian Trail had really impacted his life and how he impacts the lives of others. It has been a really good hike, and I'll talk more about that tomorrow as we start to close up this episode of Trails Less Traveled. But for tonight, I'm looking for a lot of peace. So stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path. God bless you.